OffBeat Sports podcast presented by Celsius.
It's been a tale of two seasons for the Boston Celtics.
I probably aged about 10 years just from that series.
I'd probably compare myself to just a younger, smarter, more handsome, stronger Michael Jordan.
Let's go Celtics. Go Patriots.
These are guys who, when you give them a bowl of Cheerios in the morning, they finish every last drop of milk.
Absolute clown over here.
I'm ready when you are, baby.
You good?
Yeah, I didn't do it.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to the OffBeat Sports podcast presented by continuing our new interview series called OffBeat University, where we interview Division I college athletes, both male and female, from many different sports to get the full perspective into the lives of our student athletes. Today, we're joined by Holy Cross hockey goalie Louden Hogg. Louden is a freshman from Cheyenne, Wyoming, and most recently played for the Fargo Force of the United States Hockey League. In high school, Louden played 2 seasons of varsity hockey for Edina High School in Minnesota and led his team to the state championship in 2019, and was also selected the Hlinka Gretzky Cup USA U18 team that year. Thanks for joining us today, Louden. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
How are my pronunciations? Because I know there was a few in there that...
No, that was perfect. That was good.
Flawless.
All right. Before we get into this, you're from Wyoming?
Yeah.
I wasn't even sure that existed. So you're the first person I've met from Wyoming.
Yeah, it's not a
get
lot
that
of
a
hockey
lot?
players.
Do you get that a lot?
Yeah, all the time, but it's all right.
Yeah. All right. So as you go into your first season, what is one thing that you want the Holy Cross community to know about you as a hockey player?
I'd say compete for sure. I think it's a huge thing. Being a goalie, being able to compete every day, coming to the rink is huge. And I think that's a big characteristic that defines me. So.
Yeah, so being a goalie is one of the hardest positions to recruit for, especially the higher levels of hockey. So you had a lot of offers coming out of USHL in high school. So what made you choose Holy Cross, a small school in Worcester, Massachusetts, over bigger state schools that could have also offered a great opportunity?
Honestly, I really liked the small classroom kind of feel. For me, with kind of school, I think the smaller classroom is easier for you to focus and really be on top of your schoolwork. And that was another thing why I chose the school, is because of how great it is, how great the academics and stuff are. And I really like the coaches and the program all around. So it was an easy pick for me, and I love it.
So for you personally and for the team, what are your expectations on what you guys want to achieve this year?
I think we're really set. I think we have a good team. Watching these practices, the guys, everyone is committed to this team, and I think that it's kind of a tough question, honestly, being so early in the season. But I love the way everything's looking right now with our team and how everybody is committed day in and day out. I don't know. I like the way it's looking, but it's a little early, I guess, to answer, fully. But I really like work in progress for sure. But I really like the way it's looking, so it should be very good.
The correct answer would be we're going to go undefeated. There's not a team in this league that can beat us.
Well, that's already known though. So.
So, as some may know, you played for the Fargo Force of the USHL, the top junior hockey league in the country. So how do you feel playing for the Fargo Force has helped you to get to the next level and play D1 hockey for Holy Cross?
The special thing about the USHL, I think, is that you just play so many amazing players kind of day in and day out. You practice and play with a bunch of kids who are drafted in the NHL. Especially being a goalie, everybody in that league has a super good shot. Very physical, or at least the West was. Doesn't really apply to me too much, but everyone has skill in that league, and I think it prepares you really well for college. So.
Yeah. So, what was your experience like playing for the Hlinka Gretzky Cup USA U18 select team and getting to go overseas and play teams like the Czech Republic and Hungary?
Yeah, it was a really cool experience. Probably one of my favorites for sure. Being able to throw on the USA jersey is a really cool experience. Growing up as a kid watching the movie Miracle and stuff. It was really cool. Going overseas too. They flip flop every year, going from Canada to Europe, and I think the European trip was a little cooler just because I had never been overseas before. Besides Australia, my family's from Australia, so I've been there a few times, but Europe is really cool experience. You played, so many amazing players, so it was good. I really liked it.
So is this like a Mighty Ducks 2 situation where you guys are like rivals with like, was it Iceland or some crap like that? That's pretty much my limited knowledge of hockey, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I mean, I think Russia and Sweden were probably the two big rivalry teams. We actually yeah, we ended up losing to Sweden in a shootout to go to one of the medal games, unfortunately. But I think the next year, though, the next Holinka team ended up beating them. I think. Don't quote me on that, but so I think that should have been pretty big for that team.
You guys like change uniforms at halftime, like, or in between periods. Sorry, there's no halftime. I know that much. I'm not that dumb, but yeah, that's funny.
So you played high school hockey at Edina High School. So a lot of players will say that one of their favorite days of playing hockey in general was their high school days.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have a favorite memory or one that sticks out of playing at Edina?
It would have to be winning the state championship in 2019 for sure. Every Minnesota hockey player grows up wanting to play in that, and especially winning it. So, it's packed. I think it's a sold out game. I don't know, 18,000 people, something like that. So that was definitely the coolest experience to play in that game and win it. So it was, that was for sure my best high school hockey memory.
Yeah, we'll never forget that one.
No.
So who in your life, like coach, parents, siblings, or whatever, who in your life has inspired you the most to get you where you are now, on or off the ice?
I'd have to say my dad for sure. He was the reason I got into hockey. I always grew up in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Don't forget, this is like middle of nowhere. Like hockey's not really known. I think this was like the only rink.
Might not even exist.
Yeah, so he played beer league hockey, and I always grew up watching him play. I would always go to the games. Me and my mom would go to the games. I kind of fell in love with the game through him, watching him play. And I don't know, he kind of motivates me at the same time too, because I think he wishes he had a better opportunity to maybe do something with the sport when you can't really, do anything in Cheyenne. So every day I kind of think about that and think about the opportunities I've been given from him. We've moved around the country, quite a bit for my hockey. So he's been the biggest role model for me in my hockey career. So
yeah, so that's all we got for you tonight. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you taking the time to do this interview with us. Best of luck playing this season for Holy Cross.
For sure. Thank you guys for having me.
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, of course.
Appreciate you. So thanks everyone for watching and listening. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at OffBeat_sports or on TikTok at OffBeat Sports. Make sure to like and subscribe to this video. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you next time.